to make the beat drop. What's good? What's good? What's good, family? What's good, family? Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me? What is really good, Hawks Nation? We are back. I see my boy X is in the building. My boy Atlanta Analyst is in the building. Y'all know what time it is. Second half of the season, the AllStar festivities is over with. If y'all want to come in, voice your opinions, y'all know what to do. Let me drop the let's drop the link. Anybody who want to come in, you're more than welcome to come in. State your opinion. You know, let's drop that right here. Boom. There you go. Y'all already know what to do. There go the link. Copy, paste, follow the instructions. Come on in here. We back at it. I enjoyed the All-Star break. Got a break from YouTube. Didn't realize it's crazy. You really don't realize how much time and work goes into doing a YouTube channel for an NBA team, since it's so many games. It's not like football where it's one game a week, two at the most. But it's good to be back, guys. Good to be back. Bringing back more content for my Hawks Nation. Tap in. I'm waiting for analysts to come on. You know, analyst is a regular. But let's go ahead and get started. Gentlemen, how did y'all feel about All-Star Weekend? Okay, Drummer Boy said he pulled some numbers today. Okay, I pulled some numbers today that made me feel a bit better about where we are, with a caveat being that we have a tough 2-week schedule coming off the break. Okay. Prior to January 17th, we had a record of 17-25. That's 400 winning percentage, which is horrible. But from 17 to, we were 11-5, which is 690. And the caveat on what you just said, Drummer Boy, that's the same thing that Travis Slink brought up when asked about how come we didn't make no drastic moves. He said at that point we was 10-4 at the time. We was 10-4. I mean, yes, the team does have needs. Okay, hold on. Let me finish what Drummer Boy is saying. In those 11 wins since the 17th, we'd be at 16th with winning records. Suns, Heat, Bucks, Cavs, Celtics, and T-Wolves. 4 of our 5 losses were against good teams: Raptors, Celtics, and Mavs. And you know what, Drummer Boy? You could say we should have beat the Mavs. And we should have split with the Raptors. And probably should have beat the Celtics. Let's see. The Celtic game, we had a double-digit lead at halftime. The Mavs game, we had their best player had to sit out a whole quarter. So we should have won those games. I know, woulda, shoulda, coulda, huh? If was a fifth, we all be faded. We have 24 games left. 13 of those are against teams below 500. 11 against teams above 500. However, our first 7 games coming off the break going to show us who we are. I mean, you ain't never lied. You ain't said one lie, Drummer Boy. You ain't said one lie. What do we know? What do we know about good teams, family? What we do know, what's good, Isaac? Isaac's in the building. What we do know is that good teams beat teams they supposed to beat. So when you run up on these teams under 500, even though we all know everybody's an NBA player, has an NBA roster, we do know that. But it's teams you should beat. If you want to be considered a contender, if you want to be considered just a good team in general. You you feel me? So, those games, let's be honest, guys, at this point in the season, we cannot afford to lose those games. We can't do it. We cannot afford to lose those games. Give me 1 second, family. 1 second, real quick. Give me a couple seconds. Let me get this stuff up and out. Do, 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 do. Let's get that out there so that the team know that we live in the flesh. We live and we ready. We are live and ready. I got one more to do, family, and then I get right back to finish what to add on to what Drummer Boy is saying. Let me bring the mic closer. I'm sorry. Because what Drummer Boy is saying is what, family? It's facts. It's facts. He ain't lying. He ain't lying at all. Give me a second. I gotta do one more, family. One more. And then we Gucci. Or as they say, we Gucci Poochie. Where did I hear that at? Gucci Poochie. I forgot where I heard that at. Doo-doo-doo. All right. That's the last one, family. Now we should be G to G. G to Jesus, however you want to say it. Okay. Back at it. Okay. Okay. We got analysts. Analyst ain't got his camera up yet. Let me know when you're ready to come on, analyst, with your camera up. So like he said, we have 24 games left, and like I said earlier, which I agree with Drummer Boy, we cannot afford to lose to teams under 500. We cannot afford to lose. Excuse me. We cannot afford to lose the teams who are under 500 at this stage of the season, and y'all already know why. Because I'm gonna say it again. I said it a million times. Because we have tricked off the first half of the season. We're under 500. Our record says who we are. Okay. But let me get back to the subject. No, it's all good, Drummer Boy. I appreciate it. AllStar Weekend. Analyst. What'd you think of AllStar Weekend, bro?
Didn't watch not one of the games. I'm not a fan of all. I'm not a fan of All-Star Weekend. It's kind of pointless to me. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of stars on one team. And I mean, look, I know some people enjoy it. I don't really watch. I don't watch it. I haven't watched an All-Star game in like 5 years. So no, I'm not a fan of the All-Star game. It's just I look at it as if we don't have too many guys playing in the All-Star game, it's a good break for us to get ready for crunch time of the season. So I mean, Trey played. Hopefully, Trey can get some type of rest. But no, All-Star Weekend. I mean, I don't watch any of the All-Star. I don't watch the dunk contest, the 3-point contest. I don't watch any of that. Even though Trey was in there, I still didn't watch it because it just has no interest. I watched the video earlier, and like you said, all I care about is championships, not no All-Star MVP, no All-Star appearance. We want championships. Not say we have all our players made the All-Star team. No, I mean it's not really that important to me.
I mean, I'm with you. I didn't watch none of All-Star Weekend. Let me stop lying. I think I watched of the actual All-Star game. I watched maybe 2 minutes of the first half. Then I just wanted to see the Trey introduction. Then I think I watched like a couple minutes of the second half. I didn't watch none of the 3-point shooting. Not the rest of the All-Star Weekend. I didn't watch at all. Because to me, the All-Star Weekend is cool for like the young players, but like for me as a 40-year-old fan, I don't care about a dunk contest. I don't care who wins the dunk, who has the dunk title. I mean, I don't care who has the 3-point title. It ain't like they're gonna take that title and put up some drop a banner in the Raptors for the dunk champion or the 3 point. I don't care. I don't care about the skills championship neither. I don't care about none of that. It's probably good for the younger players in the league, get exposure. Now, I did appreciate Trey Young being there, getting the organization exposure. That gives Trey Young time to, to politic with other good players. Hey, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. You might want to think about coming to play with me. You know what I'm saying? He
Hmm.
dropped he dropped them 10 dimes in the game. You might want to come play with me. I can get you the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to have Trey Young there to politic, because we all know it's the players who talk amongst each other who actually are the ones who pushing certain moves and
Exactly.
pushing certain moves, make trying to force their way out and whatever. But now that that stuff is over with, let's talk about this second half of the season. Now, I know you read everything that Drummer Boy just put up there. He's 100% accurate. Okay, 100% accurate. 24 games, 13 are below against teams. Are against teams below 500. Like, we cannot afford to lose these games. Like, I don't even care about the seeding. I don't care if we the sixth seed. I don't know why people keep saying the sixth seed. I don't know if that's some type of magical seed or something like that. But at this point, I just want to avoid the playing game. That's what I want to avoid. So we the eighth seed, we the eighth seed, the seventh, the seventh, the sixth, the sixth. I don't even care. You know. What's
Well,
your thoughts on that?
yeah, I was gonna say, the eighth and the seventh seeder are still playing seeding. So like they still have to play the playing game, but I mean, look, I was looking at the I was looking at our schedule, and like Drummer Boy said, these next 2 weeks, don't get me wrong, they're going to be tough because you look at Chicago and you look at Boston, Chicago again, and then it's just so many great teams that we're gonna have to play. But we got to, and I was just talking about this. We got to string together some wins. I said if we can put together some 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 weeks, at least 2 or 3 consecutively, we're going to be in good shape. But we can't afford to do what we did in the beginning of the season, and even the middle of the season, which is you get some and then you drop some against teams you shouldn't be dropping against. I mean, we play well against good teams. I think we're up for the challenge against good teams, but we never play. It's like some teams we take for granted, and we can't do that. So I think to finish off the season, I don't know what your prediction expectation is, but I say we at least at worst 16-8, 17-7 is what I'm looking for. 18-6 is and better is really what I'm looking for to finish off the season.
If we can go 18-6, that would be amazing. Okay? If we could hit 18-6. Um, the question is, are we going to hit 18-6? Do you have the confidence in the team that we have constructed now that we can go 18-6? I mean, yeah, it's easy for us to say that and hope for that, but me being a realistic fan, I'm just keeping it real. I'm looking at I can only look by the body of work that we have done right now. You know what I'm saying? And right now, to me, it don't say that we can make that. So you tell me. First, my question is this, and to everybody in the chat: do you think the Hawks could go on a run and go 18-6? If yes or no, why? Why do you think they could go 18-6, or why do you think they can't go 18-6? I'll start it off. I say I think we can do it. Now I know I just said I try to judge it off what the body of work that we have now, but when I look on paper, this team is solid. You know, we are solid. Like I said, we missing minor pieces that we didn't get it. We didn't get players to help us in weaker areas. So I mean, at the end of the day, we just gonna have, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. You have to go. We got to go to war with the soldiers that we have. So I mean, everybody's gonna have to step up their A game, especially once again. I know if y'all heard me say it millions of times on that defensive side of the ball. If we can step it up on that defensive side of the ball, then I think we could run on an 18-6. But if we come out playing that same terrible perimeter defense, we probably not going to make the playoffs, which will be a total disaster. What say you on that, drummer boy? I mean, excuse me, analyst. My bad.
Yeah, I feel like I honestly feel like we can make an 18-6. I feel like with the type of basketball we played against, because look, we play some really good teams. So I feel like the way we play basketball against these really good teams, uh, I feel like we can. I feel like we can put together. Look, if you look at the schedule and you point out maybe some guaranteed losses, or you point out some silly losses, I feel like out of the next 24 games, I feel like the I feel like the team is just I feel like the sense of urgency is starting to finally show because
Mm-hmm.
remember you said remember everyone heard Trae Young talk about how boring the regular season is. Well, this is crunch time. This is the time that things start to get exciting last year because now it's like, okay, well, we're playing for our goal, which is top six, not in the play in. We don't want
Mm-hmm.
to be in the play in at that 7-8. So uh, we want to be able to really just put together some wins. And I feel like the team, I feel like Nate, I feel like the guys are just going to be ready after the break. Now I could be wrong, but that's what I feel, and I have a feeling because I just feel like the way we play against good teams like Boston, like we really should have beaten Boston the third time this season, but.
Yep.
That third quarter collapse is what cost the loss, and then you can use excuses we didn't have Collins and stuff like that. But we should have beaten Boston, and we play them again after Chicago and Toronto. I feel like we can beat Boston. I feel like we can get Toronto back at home. Chicago. I feel like we can get Chicago. We play Chicago twice in 5 games. If we can at least get one against Chicago, that'd be great. So I feel like the Hawks win the games they're supposed to win, and they pull off I guess you call some upsets against better teams, which they've been doing all season long. I feel like this team is in position to go 18-6. Now, I wouldn't be upset about a 16-8. I think that's a little bit more in the realistic range. 16-8 wouldn't be bad, but I feel like we can really go 18-6.
You are very, very um you very optimistic, man. I try to be optimistic, but I gotta be honest here, man. 18-6. If I was betting money, if I was betting money, and when I bet with money, I take all fandom out of it. I would say we're probably gonna lose 10 games. And I say that based off our track record, man. Like, bro, I mean, I would love to go 18-6. Hell, I would love to go goddamn 20 and damn 4. But let me think about it. Hold up. So we was 14 and 20. So we did go, well, last year we went 27 and 11 in the second half of the season. So I
It's
mean,
possible.
it's possible. The boys have done it, but what's that? 27 and 11. What clip is that? That's like, let's see, 11-11 is 500. So 27 and 11 is what? That's like 670 clip. But I mean, it's been done. We've done it before. We did it. Shell, we just did it last year. So it's possible. It's possible. But the problem is we don't know what Atlanta Hawk team is going to show up to these games every night. We don't know if we're going to get the Hawks who just tricked off a game to Dallas, or we're going to get the Hawks who blew out the Pacers, or we're going to get the Hawks that got blown out by the Spurs who 15 games below 500. That's the thing that's getting us right now. We're not consistent. We we're not consistent at losing. We're not consistent at winning. It's just like we just go tit for tat. We'll go on the losing streak, go tit for tat, then go on the winning streak, go tit for tat. and it's crazy. What's up, Rashad? You know what? Let me see. Here's the link. If anybody else want to come in, you got, you want to voice your opinions. Just follow the link. Come on in. Y'all know what time it is. But I mean, analysts, you're being hella optimistic, man. But I wouldn't bet money on that. But I'm not gonna sit here and say it can't happen. I'm not gonna sit here and say it can't happen. You
And
know
that
what I'm saying?
Raptors fan who said more like 6 and 18, there's no way I see that happening.
Man, that's just a rat. He just trolling, bro. That's why I don't even.
Yeah,
That's why I don't
yeah.
respond to him. He just trolling. Hold on, we got Jr. in the building. Let's
While
see
he
what
playing, his Raptors probably gonna
What's
fall
going
off.
on, man?
what's good, Jr. How you, man? Talk to me about that AllStar game, bro. Did you watch any of it? What you think of it?
Hey, don't saying like Steph Curry take it personal against Trey for some reason. Like he just every time he got Trey in front of him, he just try to show out. You feel
Hey,
me?
he was showing out regardless, bro. It didn't matter who was on him. It didn't matter, and he was feeling it too.
Man,
I looked at his numbers. What did he take? Like 27 threes, hit 16 of them. Shh. He put up a
nah,
50
he be trying to
piece.
make he be trying to make that nigga Trey Young seem like his son, bro. I'm telling you,
I mean, right now he
he
is
trying
his
to be.
son. He is his son. I, I mean, when you line up the accolades, I mean, how many championships Curry got? How many MVPs? He's the first unanimous MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Like that boy resume is ridiculous. So I mean,
That man was shooting, bro. He was
hey,
shooting like a motherfucker.
there you go. Did you catch any of the dunk contest,
Man, that shit
TJ?
was whack
I
as
mean
hell,
JR.
man. I ain't.
Yeah, man. That I ain't watched the dunk
That's
Man,
what
I
I
contest
feel I was
heard.
probably.
cringing.
I heard it was bad.
I probably ain't watched the
I
dunk
was
contest
cringing
in
on
like
that
10
one.
years. It's so boring. It's really nothing else you can do with the dunk contest, man.
Yeah.
It was so boring,
Ain't too
man.
many. They already done did everything. They already done did everything, man.
Yeah, it ain't really too much you could do, man. It ain't really too much you can do. But listen up, Jr. Talk to me. Analyst says he think we can go 18-6.
You breaking up a little bit on mine.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
What's
How I sound? Can you hear me, analyst?
you can hear him on Atlanta?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Do you believe we can
Hold on.
go 18-6?
Oh,
He got to reset his connection. Yeah,
yeah.
Rashad. Yeah, I saw your Lou Will stats, man. Come on up here, man.
I
Come
don't
on
see
up
it,
here.
man. We got down with Delon Wright on handling the ball like that, bro. We up here glorifying this man because he scored 10 points, bro. Like, we in a bad position right now. You know what I mean? This
Yeah,
man should
but you
get
got
he should get 10 points every night, bro. We can't be celebrating him getting 10 points like he just scored 30, bro. You feel me?
yeah,
Like when he
but
scored,
you got to understand what his role is. He's not
man,
a
hell,
scoring guard.
I don't know, he need to be on the bench. He can't be giving us 2 points, two
Well,
full points, bro.
who
We
you
can't.
gonna put in? Who gonna be the backup point guard?
Our season is dependent on Lou Williams' health, bro. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. We need Lou Williams healthy on the and we need him
I
every
I
night, dog. We
I
need
can
him.
agree with that. I can agree with that. I
But
think when you listen to what Nate said, I mean, our offense with the second unit goes through Lou and Gallo. So, I mean, DeLon does. He is one of the most average basketball players in the NBA. He he's like you said a couple weeks ago. He's not going to lose you the game. He's not going to win you the game. So, I mean,
no,
he's just real average.
He gonna lose you the game, bro. I can't look at the box score and see 2 points no more, bro. I can't do it, bro.
I
It ain't
mean,
gonna work.
but that's not
It
his
ain't gonna work.
job.
That can't cut it.
But Jr. His
His
job is
defense
not
ain't
to
even
score the ball.
the defense ain't even that good. The man get a couple. He drop a couple passing lanes, and then we accuse that of playing good defense, bro. That's not good defense. You can get a couple steals, okay, but first of all, you ain't locking nobody down. Like, bro, we need more than 2 3 points, bro.
So
We need more.
but Jr. Who's gonna be the backup point guard? Lou Williams is not a point guard. We seen that when Trey Young went out in the playoffs, and Lou had to start as the point guard. He was terrible. That's why they have Lou. Lou is usually in the game with DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright. Lou is a scorer, bro. His job is get the ball and shoot the ball.
He a
He
better
don't facilitate nothing.
he a better passer.
His vision is not good. Okay, I mean he's an older player.
Who vision?
Lou,
Lou Williams.
yeah.
His vision way better than Delon Wright. He can set up. He a way better playmaker. Come on, man.
Okay, well I'm gonna look it up.
Way better
I'm gonna
playmaker.
look up. I'm gonna see how many assists Lou averaged over his career. That's gonna tell me everything I need to know.
Like if you see, not somebody even just seeing him play, he set up everybody even better. Like even the Congo, he set up plays for these guys way better. He can break down the defense. Like he draws in defense way better than Delon Wright. When Delon Wright got the ball, nobody even cares. Like
Well, that's because they know he's not gonna shoot the ball.
Telling you that. That's why I said one of your videos. I think we tanking, bro, because ain't no way they didn't trade Delon Wright, bro. Ain't no way, bro. It's something wrong with that, man.
We need a defensive help at the point guard position. That's why he went and got Delon Wright. He didn't get Delon Wright to score the ball. He got him to play defense, and he got him to facilitate the offense. But
that's what I'm trying to say. You can't facilitate, bro. He cannot.
But at this point, though, JR, what are our options? If Lou Will being the point guard is our option, then we're in trouble. I mean, I hate to say it, but we in trouble. You feel me? Let's bring on Rashad. Don't worry, because Rashad agree with you, JR. He a Lou Will fan. And hey, here we go. What's good, Rashad?
Hey, what's going on, fella?
What's up, man? What's up?
Chill, man. What's with all the Lord Right hate, man? I mean, damn.
You gotta ask JR that, man. JR say he done with DeLon, bro. He said
he done with the 2 points.
JR said he tired of looking at the box score, and this dude got 15, 20 minutes, and only thing he got to show for it is 2 points and 2 steals.
Yeah, I would be cool with that. I would be cool with that if he had a ball in his hands all the damn time. The man has the ball in his hands way too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like DeLon Wright started off kind of slow for a lot of different reasons, but mainly I think because him and Lou are kind of like one and the same, and just on different ends from the backcourt. Because Lou was a combo guard. Like I know. Tone, you had some questions about like his playmaking, but if you watch Game 5 in the Eastern Conference Finals, he had a big game on the ball starting at point, and that was the one game we won without Trey, and that was like we blew him out. Giannis also got hurt, but that was a real good game that Lou did play, and he did some of that with the Clippers. I think he's a more than serviceable pick and roll guard because he has the score and he has a mid range shot, so it opens up a lot of stuff. But DeLon Wright, I think he started slow. His defense, to me, I think is just super solid. I think he's Hunter and DeLon Wright, to me, are the 2 best defenders we have.
Okay, I got a question for everybody, including the chat. Got a question. I'm gonna start with analysts. Not counting Trey Young or John Collins. Okay, who needs to have a big second half of the season for us to just be an overall better team? Give me 1 or 2 players. And it could be offensive or defensive side of the ball. Don't matter.
That's easy. That's easy.
Hold on, I can't hear you, analyst. We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. First off, I'm going with Clint. I feel like sometimes Clint is just out there. just out there.
Yeah, we need better play from Clint.
We need. It's sad that when I see them throw the ball down to Clint, he doesn't do anything with it but throw it back out to him. So I need Clint to first off work on his free throws, and I need Clint to work on just being able to somehow move his feet better, or finish, or stop playing volleyball and actually grab rebounds and bring it down. I think that Clint definitely has some improvement. If Clint has, if I keep bringing up that Cleveland game when we played in Cleveland, that game we came back. If Clint plays like he did in that Cleveland game every single, not for majority of the second half of the season, we're going to be in really good shape. And then my second one is I'll really say Dre. I think Dre has showed that he can be really effective. I like Dre on the defensive end. Now there's some games where he doesn't know what he's doing on defense, but I think Dre has shown what he can do on offense, but he doesn't do it enough consistently. He tries to do a little bit of everything, which that's not what type of guy he is. He can't shoot the three ball efficiently. When he dribbles and tries to take jump shots, it's not good. So I think him getting to the basket, starting to draw fouls, not handling the ball as much, but more of like a guy that you can put in a pick and roll, but just, or you can put him in like a backdoor play. Hunter is that type of guy, and he needs to be more consistent. I think if Hunter is more consistent and Clint is more consistent, Clint can get back to where he was. I think that this team is really gonna be scary, because I mean this team is scary without with Clint looking slow and with Dre looking like he doesn't know what he's doing out there. So I feel like if those two guys tighten it up, I feel like we're going to be in a really good position to finish off the season.
Who you got, JR? Give me one or two players.
I'm going with Clint and goddamn, what name? DeLon Wright. I got to go with them two. I need at least 8. I need at least, okay, I ain't going to even be hard. I need at least 6 points from DeLon Wright, bro. Every night.
I don't think JR knows that I was also the biggest DeLon Wright hater as well.
I need 6 points. I need 6 points and 4 assists. Can I get that? Can I get that in my phone?
Well, I don't know if you're gonna get. I don't know if he gonna average the 4 assists, but he can give you 6. What if he give you 6 points and he give you 2 steals per game? Because you got to remember, he's a defensive guy. So
bro,
you got to
points, man. You can't give me 6 points.
But it's not, bro. It's not his job to shoot. He's not a good shooter.
You got to be on the bench, bro. If you can't give me 6 points. You can't give me 6 points, bro.
Well, first of all, when you're looking when he's in the game with who? He in the game with Gallo. He in the game with Bogey. Either Lou, could be Herder. So one, it ain't even that many shots to go around for him. You know what I'm saying? Gallo not passing the ball. We know that. Once Gallo get it, he's shooting. So I mean, 6 points and 2 assists. Matter of fact, let me look up. Give me who you said. You said DeLon Wright and Clint. Talk about what Clint need to do for us.
I mean, Clint Capella. Yeah. Clint Capella don't be fooling me, bro. Because he be all these high rebounds. Clint Capella catches on bricks. You feel me? So he'll break like 3-4 layups and get about 4 rebounds in one play.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
He's not fooling nobody. Clint Capella need to play hard. I'm keeping it real. I'm just keeping.
Hey, that's what we want you to do.
Hey, that's it, man.
That's what we want you to do, man. Keep it real. Keep it funky.
Clint Capella will sit up there and break like 3 open layups and get 3 rebounds in one possession. And at the end of the game, he got 12 boards. And then I'm just like, bro, that's what I see. That's what I see, bro. Like, you need to step it up. I know you're capable of more.
Yeah.
Who you got, Rashad? You got?
I got I got two.
I know one of them ain't Clint. So who you got?
Nah, hell nah. Clint need to sign an extension on his extension.
Oh my!
We need to lock him down. I want him here.
Clint will be all right. I'm telling you,
he gonna go in the hall. He gonna go in the hall.
Who you got? Rashad?
I got I mean, obviously I got Lou Will. I mean, I know I sent y'all those stats. Lou Will is the most important person. We actually have a winning record this year in the games that he's played, and so like another stat that I found was since Cam got traded,
yeah,
and we went on like somewhat of a winning streak. We're 9-3 in games that Lou Will plays. We're 2-2 in games that he don't play. So
So
I mean,
tell Lou Will stop load managing then.
yeah, it may because I don't know what his contract looked like. I'm sure they probably, Lou like I'm back home. I'm gonna have to take my days,
Yeah,
my
it's just
me days.
he's just on a 1 year deal. It's like six
Yeah.
million.
Yeah,
It ain't nothing crazy.
No,
yeah,
It
he's
ain't nothing
1 year.
crazy.
Yeah, 1 year, 5. To be honest, I wouldn't even re-sign Lou after this year. To be honest with you.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
So
oh, my bad. Go ahead, finish your thought, Rashad.
yeah, no. So to me, he's the main key. Like we gotta have him. I think we gotta have him at least. I want to say at least 80% of the games going forward, if we stand a chance of even breaking that top 8, maybe even top 6. But the other guy is Hunter. Um, Hunter does have a lot to prove. I mean, he's coming up for an extension. I mean, I ain't been shy saying it. I ain't said it on here, so I'm gonna say it now. I know
Here
everybody
we
gonna
go.
freak out.
Hot take, hot
I
take.
done posted it. I done posted it in the chat quite a bit. To me, Hunter is our best player. Like not our most impactful, not the most important. He's our best player though. Like
Just
it's kind of
overall.
like KD to Steph. Like everybody knew that was Steph's team because Steph was the one that impacted the game the most. He was the most exciting. But KD was KD could do so much more than Steph. He was the best player, and I feel like Hunter at least. It may be a stretch to say he is right now. I kind of feel like to me he is at least trending in that direction. And if we want to be a championship team, uh, we're going to have to get him to his. We're going to have to get him there to where he's a premier wing, uh, and possibly even a top 10 player in the league. So I think he has to start ascending. His injuries uh,
They
really
killing him, man.
derailed.
They killing him.
It really derailed him. So he
Yeah,
got a lot to prove.
yeah, and
Go ahead.
I think all the injuries he had probably took a knock to his confidence. You know what I'm saying? You're in the game. They tell you, well, you don't even want to hit. That's a whole nother conversation. I have my own theory on Hunter's health when it comes to how the Atlanta Hawks are handling it. But what I would say, I would like to see more from Kevin Herter in the second
Mm-hmm.
half. I want to see that more aggressive Herter that you see when Trey is out of the game. I need that the whole time that he plays, and limit him trying to be a playmaker, because every time he try to he get in that little playmaker mode, he do that stupid no look pass crap that he always throw it to the other team, and it's inbound in the basketball. For some reason he can't inbound the basketball. I need more from Kevin Herter, and the only reason I say more is because we've seen him give us more than what he does on the regular. I don't know what triggers it to where he just go in Kayvon mode. I don't know what triggers it, but I'm gonna need Nate McMillan to figure that out. And my second one is I want to see more from Okongwu. And when I say more, we already know he's a as a young second year player with when you think about it, with very limited playing. I mean, games played. I mean, he probably ain't.
Yeah.
I think he just hit 100 games in his career. I would like to see a little bit more from him on the offensive side of the ball, besides just putbacks. I want to see them throw him the ball in a post or something like that. Let's see what we have. Because if we can get, speaking of what JR saying, if we can get 10 to 12 points from a Kongwu a night, you know what I'm saying? That would be amazing for our bench, because you think at you look at our recent wins, and let's be honest, the bench are the ones who started off the winning streak. You know, one game they had 70 points, one game they had 80, because you had Bogey on fire, you had Gallo doing his thing. So if we can get a couple more double-digit games, I think if we can get 10 points from 10 to 12 from Okongwu, that's a double-double you're gonna get, because he's gonna get you 10 boards, depending on how long Nate plays him, and if he can stay out of foul trouble. So, you getting a double from the bench right there, and then you getting Kevin Herter playing more aggressive. That would take some of the pressure off Trae Young. Because, hey, fellas, think about it. Who else on the team demands a double besides Trae Young? Does anybody else get a double team besides Trae Young? Nobody else gets a double team. So if we can start getting Herter, or maybe even Hunter, to give us a little bit more and demand a little bit more respect from the other team on the defensive side, I think that helps us out a ton. Because now we got the team scrambling in their rotations. You know how teams have us doing half the time. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts about that?
One quick question: you don't think Gallinari the man double team sometime?
Nah, he don't get a double team. They play him straight up. Until the only time they even think about doubling is when Gallo get in a post, and he has a significant height advantage over, like if a guard gets switched on him and he going to the post. But besides that, nah, because they already know what Gallo gonna do. He gonna get the ball. If it's a defender that's around the same height, he not gonna try to back him down. Know what he's gonna do? He's gonna shoot that shit. He's gonna shoot that three, and he don't care how he shoot it. One leg, no leg, not looking. He gonna shoot, or at least try to draw a foul. You know what I'm saying? But he don't get a double team. Only time he get a double team is when he got like a guard on him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Collins don't get a double team. And that just shows me that other defenses don't really respect. I'm not gonna say respect. They don't really look at our other players besides Trae Young as like legitimate threats. Y'all agree or disagree with that?
That's facts.
Well, I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little bit of a lot of things, and why Trey's the only one that get doubled. I mean, obviously, we all saw the game that we lost to Portland. Trey drops 56 and 14. You can't beat a guy. It's going to be hard to beat a team, even though we lost that game. But if a guy do that every night, it's just embarrassing. And then two, your best chance at winning is stopping him. But I also think, because our defense is so bad, our defense is so bad. Like, teams know they can give up 120 points and still beat us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, to me, the bigger issue is we got to learn how to get stops, because I think if we learn how to get stops, then it'll open up everything, and then people, that'll put pressure on teams to have to blitz Dre in the corner, or Collins is not really a playmaker, so people may blitz him if he gets the ball on the block, because he's not really somebody that is at least proven that he can make the read and pass it out. But I think it starts with us really getting stops, because, like I said, we can score 120 and who cares? Like, the team knows they can score 125 on it. So,
but you know what? It's like what Clint said. Clint made an excellent point. Besides Clint Capella, and Okongwu, nobody else on the team. Oh, and I'm gonna throw in DeLon Wright. Nobody else on the team is defensive minded. I mean, he nailed it right on the head, and you can see it on the perimeter. You know me. I like digging in stats, so I went and dug up some stats, man. And our perimeter defense, right? We are ranked 26 in the NBA defending the 3-point line, right? But when it comes to points in the paint, I think we're in the upper half of the league. I can't remember the exact number. So what's that telling us? That's telling us, one, we're doing a pretty good job protecting the paint. Probably because we be doing that stupid ass double teaming.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. We double team.
We double team in the paint for no reason at all. which does what? Leaves the shooters wide open.
Yep.
So
It starts with our interior, bro. Like we don't have no big man. We don't have.
go ahead.
Clint
Speak
Capella.
on that, JR. Speak on that.
I'm surprised Clint Capella even talking because if you watch that Portland game, he was getting bullied by Nurkic, bro. Nurkic was treating him like a little kid. Bro.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to say it. We don't have no big man, bro. We got a double team.
He was getting beat by Zubac.
Clint Capella, yeah, he be getting bullied by like no name big centers, bro. Like once
but how about this? How about this though? Nurkic, y'all know he not a scrub, right? Y'all know Nurkic not a scrub.
So,
but how about this? How about this though? How about this? Like when it comes to Capella, okay, we know with certain players, he's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop Embiid. He's not gonna stop Jokic, okay. And y'all do know that what's my man name? What's the bid for Portland again? Nurkic. You know he was originally the Nuggets wanted to keep him originally. Yeah. You know they drafted both of them. And they wanted to keep him originally until they realized how good Joker was at the time, and obviously he's become better. So Nurkic is not a bum. Clint Capella not gonna stop a Jokic, but I can see your point though. I see what point
you're saying, but he's getting bullied. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you got a center getting bullied,
everyone.
When you getting bullied, it changes the dynamics of your whole defense. It's a difference. Like
true.
You just like it's a difference if you holding your own. He's not even holding his own weight. Like the center is literally backing him down from the free throw line. So it's like
I agree. I mean, look,
the center is backing him down, bro.
I mean,
I'm just looking over here. I'm just over here looking at Rashad's face. Go ahead and say what you got to say, analyst. Hold on, analyst. Say what you got to say, because I want to hear Rashad's response to what both y'all saying. Go ahead, analyst.
He's not gonna like what I got to say either, because to me, I thought what Clint said was pretty good, but he had no room to talk. Clint,
I need some sound effects.
Clint is the button. Clint.
Repeat that one more time, man.
Huh?
Start over right quick.
Yeah, Clint has no room to talk. I mean, his defense is not there. I mean, you can't call defense playing volleyball with the other team on defense, tipping the ball, and then like JR said, miss 3 or 4 layups and start and rebound it and miss again. Look, it's like it'd be different if almost every possession he was going down and he was getting blocked. He's not even doing that. I guarantee if you take Clint Capella off the floor, the big that's going against him would score probably the same amount of points if without him on the floor. Clint, he's one of those guys where it's just like you don't know what you're going to get from him, and that's pretty sad to say, but Clint Capella is to me, I just can't get over the fact that you throw him the ball, he can't do anything with it other than throw it back. That's frustrating to me. And then
Okongwu is a better defender than Clint Capella, in my opinion.
Facts.
Ooh, look at Rashad. I'm giving you props. I'm
gonna say this one last thing. You throw it down to Big O. Big O is gonna at least attempt a hook shot, and he'll make it half the time. Clint Capella is not his back is facing the basket. He's looking already at the perimeter. All right, who I'm throwing it to next? I don't know why they gave it the ball anyways. Who am I throwing it to next? He kicks it right back out.
Okay, go ahead, Rashad. Let me hear this response.
One about Clint's offense. That's actually strategy. It's called that's particularly when you play against zones. That's what they teach bigs to do. Because you watch Okongwu, every time he gets an offensive rebound and he's not within like the 5 feet, 8 feet range, he actually looks around and kicks it to the 3-point shooter because they tell bigs to do that. I don't think that's a big deal with Clint, but look, y'all are right. Clint can't bang. I'll say it. He's too light in the ass. He's too light in the ass. That's not what they like. That's not what Clint does. Like at Houston, he didn't do that. Like fortunately, we're in a league right now where you ain't got to bang, but with about 5 people. But maybe 7 if you include like Julius Randle and Nurkic. But like you really don't have to bang a lot. The game is a lot of times on most teams played outside in. Uh, the value for Clint, like here's the thing that everybody seems to be forgetting right now. Clint played great defense in the postseason, and everybody said that, particularly against the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he showed up for the
Particularly
Knicks.
against the New York Knicks.
He
And
showed up
part of
with the
that was
Knicks.
strategy. Part of that was strategy, but a lot of that was on him. Clint is really good at making reads, rotating on the weak side. He can switch to some degree, but he can't switch all night. But I will say, all in all, you watch Clint this year, he doesn't look nearly as engaged as he did last year. And some of those years, probably about 2 of the years that he was in Houston, he don't look nearly as engaged on defense. I've seen him not rotate to block a shot this year and just kind of let the guy get a shot. So
And what you think is the reason behind him not being engaged? Do you think it's he's upset with the way that the other players on the perimeter are playing defense, or is he upset he's not getting? Well, I was gonna say offensive touches, but he can't score the ball. So why? What's the reason? Why do you think Clint Capella is not engaged? I mean, he's supposed to be. Correct me if I'm wrong. He is supposed to be the anchor of our defense. So, I mean, I know we speak on Trey, supposed to be, need to step up on the defensive end, but if our anchor is not engaged, how can you expect other players to be?
but so I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
I think I think the frustration from Clint and which is well documented, Collins, and I believe some of the other players on the team, like maybe Bogey and things like that. Like I think I think a lot of the frustration stems from Trey Young not putting in the effort on the defensive end. Because the thing about Collins is Collins hustles. Collins just don't have the. He just he reminds me of Westbrook on the defensive end. So where sometimes he just blank out, he forget what he doing. Like, but Trey, I done seen Trey like if the ball swung to the right, Trey runs to the left, and I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you can't be the leader of a team and not commit to playing every possession, on both ends. And so,
Okay,
I feel like some of that is it.
but you know what, Rashad? Let
Uh-huh.
me add. Let me add. Well, let me make a statement slash question, I guess. Okay, if I'm the vet, Clint Capella been in the league almost what 7 years, easy. He been in at least
Uh-huh.
7 years. If you the vet, right, and you know what needs to get done. I mean, he ran with the Rockets when they was winning, 50, 60 games, making runs in the
Mhm.
playoffs. Shouldn't you as the vet? Now, obviously, I'm only saying this because we on the outside looking
Yeah.
in. But wouldn't you as a vet say, hey, let me pull our best player to the side and say, hey, bro, we need you to step up on the defensive end. Even though I'm the anchor, you're the one that makes us go. Do you think that Clint believes that? And two, if he does, do you think he told Trey Young that before he made that statement about defense and all that jazz?
I, I think that he did. Like, okay, let's take this example. Like, everybody saw what happened with the Nets, right? Everybody saw what happened in Brooklyn,
Right.
to where like James Harden was, you know,
Unhappy.
big three, we here, we gonna do this, and then like the last 10, 20 games he played, he just tapped out. He just tapped out, and a lot of the speculation was he was pissed at Kyrie because he came there for Kyrie to help so he could help them win a championship, and Kyrie decides to do his own thing. And so he's looking at him like Like you not. This ain't a part of the program. This ain't what we agreed upon.
Well, that's because Kyrie already got a title.
Nah, I think that's because Kyrie.
I think James Harden. I think James Harden is getting karma from the basketball gods from trying to hop from team to team to try to win. He ring chasing right now. He's ring
Yeah,
chasing. He blew
yeah.
multiple opportunities, bro. Real quick, I'm gonna hop off topic real quick and speak on James Harden because you know what? If LeBron James did what James Harden has done in the past 2 years, the media would be killing him right now. Fans would be killing him right now. This dude, James Harden, let me tell you something, man. He not even a man, bro. Like, how you a grown man, former MVP, and you worried about the fan what the fans go think? That's why you didn't ask for a trade. Are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? You scared? He did. You know he waited to he was lying to the owners, saying, "Oh, I love being here."
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his representation was behind the scenes talking to Daryl Morey, trying to get him up out of there, right?
Yeah.
And then he said he was scared. He was scared to tell uh the Nets ownership he wanted to move because he didn't want to get the backlash from the fans. And he deserves every bit of backlash. I hope Philly don't win just because of him. Because he BS it. Bro, he went from a super team. Bro, watch this real quick. This dude has played with who? Capella, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant,
Mm-hmm.
and has nothing to show for it. Zero zilch. When it came down to it, when they had Golden State on the ropes, all they had to do was win one game. They was
Yeah.
up
He said 3.
3-1, 3-2,
Up 3-2. 3-2.
and he couldn't win one on the road or one at home. And the
Yeah.
dude was terrible. It ain't like he lost but went out with 40. He's terrible. So James Harden get everything he deserved, man. But answer me this though, real quick, Rashad. My boy Incog said no offensive system, and this for y'all too, analysts and Jr. No offensive system is why Capella isn't engaged. What do you think about that, Rashad?
I'm not
Agree or
really sure
disagree?
what. I'm not really sure what he mean by that. I don't know.
Basically, what he's saying is, you know how you're supposed to reward your big men for playing defense, getting a rebound on some shit.
Oh, okay,
You're
okay.
supposed to let them touch the ball. He
I can
said
see that.
we too busy going down just jacking up threes. Since we don't have an offensive systems, Clint Capella isn't engaged on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can feel that. Again, that's Trey though. Like Trey takes the most shots, and then he runs on the other end. You can't do that. Like your
Well,
team won't follow you if you do that.
I
What you
mean,
think, analyst?
what do you expect Trey Young to do? I mean, is he not supposed? Look, the reality is, if Trey Young, we've seen this plenty of times. If Trey Young is not playing, Clint Capella looks like he needs to be on a two-way contract. He doesn't look good. If he's not throwing, no, I'm saying you know it, Rashad. If Trey Young's not throwing him lobs, if he's not throwing him lobs, Clint Capella's not even involved in the offense. So, my thing is, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Trey Young does take quite a bit of shots, but if everyone's just standing in the corners and every other team knows that, I mean, Trey Young's gonna take the shot if he doesn't, draw a double team. And most of the time, he gets through that stuff. He gets to the lane. And one of the things I was saying that makes Trey Young so complicated to guard is you don't know if he's gonna pull up for a three. You don't know if he's gonna go for the floater. You don't know if he's gonna throw it up for the lob. So, like, I mean, the whole thing with Clint Capella not being involved in the offense is like, well, even if we have plays for Clint Capella, what plays you're gonna have other than the pick and roll lob? I mean, you're not gonna say, all right, Clint, I need you to take a float. All right, Clint, I need you to take a jump shot. You're not gonna be able to do that. Clint's not gonna be able to do any of that stuff. So it's like our offense is really dependent on 1 through 4. Our 5 is out there to be a big body and maybe miss a layup or two and grab a rebound. That's what our 5 is there for on offense.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Jr. Is Capella not engaged because he's not getting touches on the offensive end, even though he's not a scorer?
Yeah, I'm with analysts on this. I mean, what they supposed to give you the ball, and you can't make you blowing, you smoking open layups. First of all, you ain't got no turnaround. You ain't, I'm saying what you supposed to do. Only thing you good for is catching lives. You know what I mean? So I mean, what can they give Capella the ball for? You gonna give he got to be first of all he got to be right up under the basket if he gonna be effective. And next thing you know, he breaking 3-4 layups, catching his own. Really, Clint Capella be stat padding. I think he chasing the money. I don't know if he's trying to reach a vendetta. I don't know what it is, but I think he trying to. I think he be stat padding on them rebounds, bro. Like, I'm really calling that out, bro.
I wanted to respond real quick. I wanted to respond real quick to one of the things analyst said. Um, I got the numbers in front of me too right now.
Stat time.
Clint Capella, do y'all think that he may be upset because he's not nearly as involved in the pick and roll as the roll man as he was last year? They gave his touches to Collins. It seems like or more touches. His usage rate is down like 5% this year.
Well, you gotta look. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So no, that could be a thing. That could have been something that was discussed. Collins got a lot of money this off season. They may have made Collins the focal like finisher, like the roll guy, and they don't even really use Clint in the pick and roll action anymore.
Well, I would say this. It would be if they did say that would be the smart move because obviously John finishes way better than Clint Capella. I mean, you can give him the ball anywhere. Only thing John really missing is dribbling the basketball, so he could attack the basket. But for me, Clint Capella, he does exactly what I want him to do. I need him to get me them 14 rebounds a game. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I would love for him to work on these free throws. Okay. So he could be in the game because, once again, when you playing tall teams, we need his height on and his rebound ability on the floor, especially when you playing the Cavs when they was running. At one point, they had Jared Allen,
3 7-footers,
and they had what's the rookie name? Mobley in the game. And I'm like, Jesus.
First time we played them, they ran marketing too, and
yeah,
marketing 7-footer.
Lord Marketing was just hurt this game, so he didn't play. So I would love to be able to keep him in the game, like during crunch time. So because if you notice, like a lot of teams are getting crucial rebounds, like during clutch moments, because Capella can't be in the game because he can't shoot free throws. So we got to go smaller with Okongwu. So, and it's not fair to ask Okongwu to try to. I mean, he's trying, but let's be honest. When Cleveland got 2 7-footers on the floor, we got one. I mean, we got none because Okongwu was what 6'8". You can't expect him to really go and get those boards, and it's gonna show again if we make the playoffs when you playing teams like the Bucks, who tall too. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Clint Capella for me, I think he does what we need him to do. I don't know why Travis gave him that extension because, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This offseason, that's the first place I'm looking to upgrade is at the center position because unless Clint can come into the season with, he got to have some type of. You talk about JR, talk about DeLon Wright. Clint Capella needs some type of offensive game besides layups that he barely I think he's shooting like. Is he shooting? I don't even think he's shooting 60%.
I got it right in front of me.
What is shooting from? What is shooting from the field? What is shooting from the field?
I'm gonna give you his true shooting percentage.
Yeah, give me the true one.
Nah, I give you. You want the true shooting percentage?
Yeah.
Clint from the field, 58%.
He should be shooting. He should be in the 60s because he's not shooting no baby hooks. He not shooting no little jumpers. Yeah, everything he shoot is rebound. Everything he shoots is either off a rebound or given to him right under the basket. So, I mean, So if he not gonna come into the next season, which I need something. It don't got to
something. He
be.
needs something.
I don't need him to stretch the floor, but I need him to be a threat. Like
Yeah.
you can't even get the other teams bigs in foul trouble because we can't give him the ball.
Yeah.
So I
I just don't think offense. I don't think offense is just our problem. Like,
oh no. We definitely know. My bad. Go ahead, Rashad. Finish your thought. My bad.
no, I was just saying, like, I don't think offense is our problem. Like, I'm okay with what our team as a unit is producing offensively. Like,
Right. Me too. I'm
whether
good.
it's 2 points or whether it's 32 points. Like, I'm okay with what we're producing offensively. We're number two in offensive rating. What number eight in points? Like, I think number seven in like field goal percent. Number five in field goal percentage. So, like, I mean, like, our offense, it it's good. I just, if I had one thing to ask from Clint, it would be give the effort even when no one else is. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think about Trey or Collins or whoever. Like, you need to contest on the defensive end, block some shots, get rebounds. Like, as many as you fucking can. Like, that's the only thing I would the only message I would have for Clint.
Okay. So let me put this because we got a couple more people in here in the chat. Let me ask again, and I don't know if you was here, Rashad. I think I don't know if Jr. was here neither, but analysts said, okay, and listen up, chat, so for new people who just got here. Analyst said he thinks we can go 18-6 in the second half of the season. Do you agree or disagree? Why? Why not? I'll start with you, Rashad.
I think we can. I mean, I think we can do better. What we got? 26 games left, 24.
But 20 what?
We have 58 games. Yeah, excuse me, 58 games right now.
He put it up. Drummer Boy put it up. Hold on, let me scroll and I'll put it in the top of the chat.
68, 78. Yeah, 24. So we got 24 games left.
All right. Yep, there you go right there. Boom. He said we got 24 games left. So 13. Now, analysts say we can win 18 games. Out of the 24, 13 are against teams below 500. So I can see how you can come up with yay or nay. I mean, not nay, but yay.
20-4. I had us at 20-4 even before today when I was looking at it.
Okay, so before you even 20-4. Wow.
I had us at 20-4.
Hey, I like that. I like that.
I think we got to get what we at 28 wins. We got to get 48 wins if we're going to break into even have a chance at breaking into the top six. I was pushing for 22 and 2, but I have us at 20-4.
What you think of JR? Was you here when analyst said this? Was you in the chat already?
I think I just got on.
Okay,
I got 15 and 9. Just be realistic. Worst case scenario.
My worst case scenario is 16 and 8.
So do y'all think? So let's go with JR. Do you think if we go 15 and 9, that's enough? Well, that's enough to get us in the at least what 7th. So if you 7th or 8th and you lose that playoff game, that playing game, you still got another game, right?
Right. Yeah. 7 and 8 have another chance. First one to win that gets 7 seed.
Okay, so is what did he say? 16 and 9. So is 16 and 9. Is that enough to get us in the 7th or 8th seed?
Hopefully it's 6.
I don't know.
I don't think we're too many games behind the 6 right now at this point. Be like 3 games behind.
We like 4.5.
Yeah, so we ain't that far fetched, and we might have to go through some of them.
So we're gonna get to that point. We're gonna need some help to get to that 6 seed.
Yeah, we're 5 games out of the 6.
5 games with 24 to go. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it real. I'm gonna have to go with my boy DJ Incog. I don't top six to me. It ain't realistic. Like it's nothing. I wouldn't bet money on it. I wouldn't bet money on that.
You gotta be realistic.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think top six is realistic there, Jr.?
Nah, I don't think it's realistic. I mean, I'm cool with the play in as long as we won't face the Nets in the play in. Then we good. I think. Cause I'm not scared of the play in. You feel me? It's not a good position to be in. But as long as we won't face the Nets, nothing like that in the play in, then we should be good. So I guess against the Hornets or somebody like that.
Yeah.
I think we got that in the bag.
Yeah, well, you know what?
16 games might not get us there.
Go
I
ahead.
I
My bad.
I like our chances to play in. Like JR says, as long as we don't play Brooklyn. But you know, look, top six is something that I mean, look, you gotta look at teams who are already starting to fall off. You look at Charlotte; they did the same thing last year. Charlotte's starting to fall off. Boston is started to pick it up. I mean, Boston just lost to Detroit. So I mean, you look at certain teams. We can like if you look at the remainder of these teams' schedules. These teams are going to lose some games. You look at Toronto. I was looking at Toronto. Toronto has not gone on their West Coast trip yet. Toronto's going to go on a West Coast trip where they could very well lose all 7 or 8 of those games. So you look at a lot of teams like that who could drop games, and then they got like Chicago and teams like that to finish off the season. They could lose a lot of those games. I think top 6 is still in the picture as long as we win the games we're supposed to win. We don't drop games that we're not supposed to drop. And I feel like now, look, 24-0 is not realistic, but I feel like if we win, if we beat the teams that are under 500, if we well, you said we have 11 teams that are under 500 the rest of the season, and then 13 games that are over 500. If we can get maybe 8 or 9 out of those 13 and win those games that teams over 500, we'll be in really good shape. And to be honest with you, what Rashad said, 20-4 is not it's a stretch, but it's not really a stretch when you look at who we're playing. We have a tough few weeks coming up, and then the schedule kind of lightens up on us. So we can very well get a top 6 seed, maybe a 6 seed. I can see us. I think the 5 seed is a stretch, but I think the 6 seed is still in arm's length.
I don't think
So
we're gonna do. I don't think
let
we're
me
gonna
ask you a
do.
question.
Go ahead,
Let
Rashad.
me ask you a question, analyst. How many wins? How many wins do you think we have to get to a 6?
Probably around like
But
45.
what do you think? How many wins we have to have? Hello?
Probably, I think
Uh,
44.
yeah, it's gonna
You
be.
think 44?
I think I'm gonna go. I think 45 to be on the safe side because
Yeah.
we also got what I need to go look at. I need to go see one the teams above us. How many times do we play them? Because then that's us controlling our destiny. But then also those teams that's above us, I need to see who they got left to play. Are they playing each other? Are they playing? Do they still need to go out there on the West Coast and play some of them top West Coast teams? You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest here. It don't matter what we do, gentlemen. We gonna still need help. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need them teams to lose some games, point blank, period. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But at this point, I mean, 20-4 is no way I would think we go 20-4. Now they could surprise me, but bro, I mean, one to us 4 and everybody in the chat. If I asked everybody in the chat and us 4, right? Hey, and this is beginning of the season. I said, hey, Rashad, analyst, JR, do you think the Hawks will be below 500 at the All-Star break? I bet 99.9% of everybody been like, hell no. Right? So even though we do got 13 games against teams below 500, we've tricked off games to those same teams.
Yeah.
Come on, man. We got blown out by a team that's 15 games below 500, the Spurs.
By the Spurs.
We got our ass whipped by we barely, let's see. Who else we lost to? We lost
I
to Cleveland.
I still ain't recovered from the Mavs. I'm still
hurt. We lost to the Mavs, and Luka Doncic set the whole third quarter. We made up 0 ground against Jalen Brunson and a bunch of role players. So I
Coach
mean,
Lou wasn't in them games, man. Coach Lou
man,
was
Lou
sick.
won't gonna save us, man.
Hey,
Lou was
that's what I
sick.
said when I
Coach
first
Lou was
came
sick.
in.
I mean, he could have.
We
We
can't
didn't
have
even
Lou
shoot
Williams on
well
a
that
one and
game.
post.
Man, Lou ain't gonna save us, bro. He not gonna save us.
I don't.
So you
I
We
think
telling
we
can't
me?
have Lou
48
So
Williams.
you
wins.
I
so
won't
you
even
telling
use
you telling me
Dallas game.
Lou did Lou play when we got blown out by the Spurs? I believe he did.
No, he did not. He did
He didn't
not.
play. He didn't play when we played
No.
the Spurs.
We do
The
need Lou
three,
Williams, bro. We need
we
him.
lost 2 games. We're 9-3 with Lou Williams since we traded Cam. We're 2-2 without Lou Williams since that time. The 3 games Lou played was the 2 against Toronto and the 1 against the Celtics. And so the Dallas lost because we're 11-5 since that point. The Dallas lost and the Spurs lost. If he was against the Spurs, we would have won that game. You can tell he motivate. He's our motivation. He's our Draymond Green.
We
He's
wasn't beat.
our
We won't beating the Spurs, bro.
we were beating Spurs.
Bro,
But
before the bench even came in, we was down double digits.
that
Before the
happened a few
bench came
times
in.
though. That
Before
happened
the
a few times.
bench. The only
That
problem
happened a
with
few
this,
times.
yeah, but the only problem with the Spurs game is Murray and them never cooled
Cook,
down.
cooking.
Yeah,
They
they was
stay
shooting
hot
hot.
the
We're
whole
not.
game.
So I'm looking at the schedule, like just kind of to get a feel of it. So we got just East Coast teams. We got the Bulls twice. We got we got Toronto twice. We got the Wizards. We got. It looks like we only got one more against Miami. I think we got one more against the Celtics. We got one more against Cleveland, and we're 3-0 against Cleveland this year. Uh,
Three
we
now.
got one more against
We
Brooklyn.
dropped the
We
first one against
yeah,
Cleveland.
we tricked off the first game against the
That was the
Cavs.
game that Ricky Rubio
Yeah,
went off.
first game.
Yeah, he
Okay,
lit
we
our
can
ass
say
up. But hey, read this, guys. Y'all see what Drummer Boy said? 16 wins in the last 24 games is the same winning percentage that we've had since the 17th. That'll put us at 44. He said he think we can get that, but that's gonna put. He said he think that's gonna put us in 7th.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's realistic.
that,
That's realistic. We're gonna get 7 seed. I mean, it's just being realistic. I mean, expecting 6 when you got Brooklyn trying to get in too, and you got 16. You just got You can't just predict they gonna fall off because the East strong this year.
Well, no,
So
Um,
it ain't last year. So
once
I'm predicting that Brooklyn is gonna definitely once they get healthy,
yeah,
Brooklyn's gonna be one of those top. Brooklyn's gonna be a
yeah,
top team in the East.
they're a
So
contender.
yeah.
yeah, they're and I'm thinking. I still think that Toronto. I mean, Boston. I marked down 7 games that's very extremely losable for Boston. But Toronto, I'm telling you guys, Toronto. If you look at their schedule, they have really tough games along with their road trip. They have Chicago a couple times. Toronto is a team that we can depend on to lose. I mean, you're talking about they got to play Cleveland, Phoenix, Denver, LA, the Clippers, the Lakers again, the Sixers, the Bulls. They have a really tough schedule coming up, and then they got Brooklyn twice, 2 games back to back. They got us. So I mean, Toronto can fall off, and then Charlotte's already doing that. Boston, Boston can drop those 7 games, but Boston, I mean, the way they've been playing, Boston may drop maybe 5 out of those 7 games. I'm talking about them dropping. I mean, there's plenty of opportunity for us. We just have to do our part. And once we do our part, I feel like that all the chips will fall, where they fall. But I still think that teams like that will fall off because I mean, if you look at how tough those teams' schedule is, I mean, you can't tell me that Toronto's going to beat Phoenix or a team like that because to me, they're just people are overhyping Toronto. I mean, they have a couple shooters that can light you up. But if you put solid defenders on them, then they're not doing anything. So
Yeah, well,
I
I'm not really worried about Toronto. I mean, Toronto's still
I,
they're a superstar team. Oh, they're a superstar player away from being a contender. They're a very good team right now. But you're not winning no championship with Van Fleet and OG Ananobi and What's the other African dude name they got?
Siakam.
Oh,
Siakam.
and Siakam as your best players. I mean, well, we already seen that don't work. They didn't win until Kawhi went there. But don't get me wrong, they're a very good team. But if we play perimeter defense and you keep, like I said in the pregame, if you keep somebody like a Gary Trent Jr. to their average and don't let him double his average, guess what? We win that game. That was strictly from a lack of defensive effort from our end. But I mean,
Toronto worries me the most.
But Toronto, what's Toronto at right now? What's their seed right now?
They're 8th.
Okay, so we won't even play them in the playoffs unless both teams advance. Anyway, so I don't care about Toronto.
Toronto really doesn't even. I mean, I know we lost to them twice, but Toronto really doesn't even.
Toronto
after the first round, Toronto probably gonna be home with us.
I've been watching Toronto over the years. I watched them a lot, and particularly when they put this young core in that they won the championship with Kawhi. Toronto scares me. Toronto's that team that you can't look at their big names. You can't look at their record.
What big names?
That's what I'm saying. Like they don't have any, right? I love them, but like you can't look at them from that perspective. Like kind of like how I look at the Spurs. Like according to their record, because I watched a lot of Spurs this year, a lot of their recaps and stuff. Spurs are in every game. Well, they play solid defense. They move the ball. So if you go into a game with them, you're gonna end up losing it if you think they are a below average team. And the problem with Toronto is they are built to beat you a certain kind of way. And if you don't have the proper places, the proper players in places that can offset that, they will beat you. That's why they worry me, because I don't think we matched up good with them at all.
We only lost to them the second time because Trent Jr. went off. That's it. If Trent Jr. scores his average, we win the game. It's that simple, bro. We allowed them to shoot 66% from three. Every team in the NBA is going to beat you when you let a team shoot 66% from three and they taking 30+ attempts a night. It's not like Toronto came down here and blew us out the water, or we went up there and got blown out the water. Like, I'm more upset about the Spurs and the Mavericks game than the damn Raptors game. I'm going to just keep it a buck, okay? I don't care about the Raptors because we not going to play them in the playoffs unless they win. Hell, they have to win. We wouldn't see them to the conference finals in the playoffs.
But we got to beat them twice. We have to beat them twice if we're gonna make let's say like a 7th, 8th seed.
And the thing is, we can beat them if we take away or limit their the 3-point shoot. That's what killed us against the Raptors, bro. If you look at the stats of that game, it was the 3-point shooting that was lighting us up. Just like the Spurs lit us up from three, it's the same exact thing, man. But you know what? It's so funny because the Eastern Conference, it seemed like every team has gotten better, but only a few is really like separate from the pack. I mean, you got your Bucks, Sixers, and the Nets. I still consider the Nets because the Nets only losing because KD and them ain't playing. But once KD, Simmons, and them come back, it's gonna be another game. But I'm not scared. I don't care about no damn Toronto Raptors. Go ahead, JR. My bad.
No, I'm finna say he just signed Dragic too.
Yeah, like them teams ain't playing. We over here talking about the Raptors. We talking about teams that's in the same area as us at this moment. If you ain't a top 4 seed, I don't care about your team, bro, because we ain't playing in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Even if we lose Toronto twice, it is what it is. I don't care. Now I care about who we're gonna see in these playoffs because you playing them in a series. But I mean, like in a regular season, don't get me wrong, we definitely need the wins. But I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with some about to a Raptors fan about, and your team is what, 7 seed? What is the Raptors seed right now?
They 7.
Yeah, but why are we talking about a 7 seed? Why? Because they
Because
could look,
we
they
played
could
them
beat
twice.
us. But Rashad, they
Listen,
could beat us twice, right? And then trick off all the other games. Man, I don't care
no,
about
no.
Toronto, bro.
If they beat, like, we have to beat the teams that we play twice. We have to beat them. We have to beat them. The teams that we play twice in the East, we have to beat them if we're going to get a top 8 seed. I think we got to get at least 48 wins. We may be able to get 46 and get into the top 6.
We can beat
But
the
you
Raptors,
can't
man.
lose to
The
people in your
Raptors
own
don't scare me.
conference.
We can beat the Raptors, bro. Just
I'm
like,
not saying we
Yeah.
can't. I'm saying they
but
worry me.
we have to play perimeter defense. And that's for all our losses, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Teams come having career nights. Talk to me, JR. What you thinking right now?
You know, it starts from the inside out. Like you said, we don't trust our centers. We don't trust our power forwards by themselves. So we double team, double team. So the next thing you know, we scrambling on the perimeter, looking like cockroaches out there, and it's crazy, bro. Like we need some substance. We need some balance. Like we got to trust we got, like you said, we rather just give up too. Don't double nobody in the paint unless you just got one instance where it's just Trae Young by himself against a big man, then you double. But they need to stop doubling people in the paint. They got we got to contest.
Exactly.
We got to just contest, bro. We can't be helping Clint Capella like that. He get paid. He just got paid. You know what I'm saying? So let him earn his money down there. John Collins, let him earn his money. If he get bullied and he embarrass himself, trade his ass in the offseason. We can't be helping these big men all the time, bro. We got to stop doing that. We got too much size.
Especially when it's when it's Trae trying to help. I'd be like, what you doing, bro?
Yeah, why are you helping? You making the situation worse. You just
your ass out, man. Don't go down there or you get hurt. And then we'd be really pissed off. But
Young be helping. That shit man.
But fellas, I'm about to wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all all coming on. Salute to y'all, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We came in here chopping it up. I think our first game is, when is our first game? Let's look it up real quick.
Thursday, I guess. Who is against? It's the Bulls.
Oh, that's Thursday. A win. I'm calling that right now. I'm calling the dub right now. I'm calling the dub. So
you know, we beat good teams, lose against bad teams, man. So you never know. You never know what you might get.
Yeah, that sound like, you know what that sound like to me, JR? That sound like effort. That sound like effort. That sound like they come into the game not motivated because of their opponent, and then what happens? We end up getting smacked by the Spurs, getting embarrassed at home. But we're gonna wrap it up, fellas. I appreciate everybody for coming on. Analysts, as usual, you know what time it is. Salute
Thank
JR
you.
Coming on. We appreciate you. Make sure you make this a habit there, JR. You know what I'm saying?
Finally got someone that I can agree with about
Clint Capella's and whatnot. But
appreciate you for having me on, bro.
Hey, no worries, man. You know, we're trying to build this channel for the fans, man. So until we get like a phone call in, we just gonna do video call in. You know what I'm saying? So probably gonna go family probably gonna go live again tomorrow. I'll see what I got going on. I gotta make sure I have nothing going on tomorrow evening. Make sure family, y'all come check out the Atlanta Analyst. He has his own YouTube page where he posts way more content than he way more consistent than I am. But make sure y'all stop by over there. JR, you got a channel? You got anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Y'all make me want to start one up though, so I might start one soon. You know, y'all inspired me a little bit. I focus y'all shit though.
Okay, if JR started up, hey, we'll be the first one to let y'all know where to tap in with JR at.
His stuff will be in my description section, same way yours is in mine.
Yeah, we'll drop it in the description section. So make sure y'all go stop by, check out Analyst page. He was talking about the Dragic trade today. Okay, post that up. Make sure you turn on your notification bells when we go live. And I appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. You got anything to say, Analyst? Last words?
Nope, but I'm calling it 18-6 and better.
Okay, 18-6. Y'all heard
it guaranteed W against Chicago.
Okay, he calling the dub. I'm calling the dub too. I think we finna come out hungry, but don't worry. You know we're gonna do a pregame for that. But yeah, you good, Rashad? No worries, homie. Appreciate you coming back on as usual. And we are out of here. Everybody have a safe night, man. Y'all enjoy yourselves. Thank you for stopping by. Peace.